The Milwaukee Bucks defeated the Indiana Pacers 109-94. Damian Lillard had a huge game. He was big in this game for the Milwaukee Bucks. He set the tone from the beginning. He scored 34 points, I believe, in the first half, and he only finished the game with 35 points, but the tone was already set in the first half by him. Just he came out guns blazing. Just he was a man on a mission, and you have to respect that. Just he brought his A game. He was he was there to establish himself from the start and send the Pacers a message that he's not going to allow them to easily take down the Bucks without a fight. Just he let them know from the beginning. You can tell with stars, especially when they're trying to send a message to the opposing team. Just it was one of those playoff games where a great player asserts himself, and you have to respect that. Just he really went at them. I think he might have hit like his first 8 or 10 shots. Just it was insanely ridiculous. He was hitting these ridiculous threes. Just it was one of his vintage games. Just one of those high performances we've seen over the years from him. So kudos to him for showing up big time and giving the Bucks the confidence to blow out the Pacers, a team that they've struggled with all year. And it was interesting because he had 34 points at halftime, and he only scored like I think 1 point after halftime, but it didn't matter just because the damage had already been done. Just by him going off, it seemed like it inspired the rest of his teammates. You saw other guys get in their groove like Chris Middleton, Bobby Portis, Brooke Lopez had a good game. Just it really just gave the guys just a lot of momentum to show up also. And that's what stars do. Just when a team sees their best player playing great, it can inspire the rest of the team to fall in line, and it happened tonight. Not to say that Dame is regularly the best player on the Bucks. This is Giannis' team, but right now with Giannis not being there, Dame is now the guy, and he was ready to go back to the role he's known for such a long time for his whole entire career up until this year. So respect to him for that, but I have to say the Pacers came out as a very arrogant team. That's the success that they had during the regular season went to their heads. Just it really did. I think they believed that this was going to be an easy game and a game where if they just showed up, it was going to be the easy W for them. And you saw it from the beginning. Just I didn't see a sense of urgency. Just I didn't see the intensity. The rest of the whole entire team was absolute crap, except for a few guys. I would say Siakam, he picked it up after the first half, I believe, and he ended up with a good game of 36 points, but just the rest of the team wasn't there. And I would say TJ McConnell was solid throughout this game. He brought it, and but that was really it. Miles Turner just was terrible when you look at his shooting this game, and Tyrese Halliburton he didn't do enough. He just didn't do enough. Like I look at just the box score, 9 points, 8 assists, 7 rebounds. Just that's very subpar. He has to step up more. He's supposed to be the franchise player for this team, and he really needs to bring it the next game. That's what the playoffs are all about. It really shows if you're a legit star or if you're a fraud. I've always said that. There are guys who are regular season players, and then there's guys who are playoff performers, and he needs to show up the next game. Just he has to bounce back. It's not even about winning. It's about playing a lot better than this. This is subpar for what he's done all year. So I just want to see how he responds to having this terrible game. I expect him to have a great game where he's getting you at least 25 or 30 points. I definitely expect that from him. And we'll see how this team responds. I still believe the Pacers will win this series, but hopefully this is a wake-up call for them and they show up in the next game.